Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to this presentation about fleet insurance policy. My name is Sylvain and I'm coming from World Insurance Company. Let's first of all see the problems that people or companies that have many vehicles face when they are having an individual policies for their vehicles. First of all, they face the problem of wastage of time while making claims for every single vehicle, as well as making a payment for every single vehicle. That's the first problem that is faced. Secondly, there is the problem or difficulties in negotiating rates for each and every single vehicle, which is very bad. Having those problems in place, we don't need to worry much because the solution is already in place, which is the fleet policy. By definition, fleet insurance policy is a single insurance coverage that covers that a company buys for a group of vehicles, if I can say. For example, if a company has or someone has 5 vehicles, he can buy the fleet policy for all those 5 cars. That means each car from those 5, it doesn't have its individual policy, but instead those 5 cars or vehicles are covered within one insurance policy, which is called fleet policy. Let's try to see the difference which is between the fleet policy as well as the individual policy. The difference is simple, and it's that the fleet policy insures more than one vehicles or many cars, instead of having the individual policy which covers only one car or only one vehicle. It can be possible that you may be having some objections or concerns that you need to have addressed. For example, you may be wondering about the benefits that you can get from buying this fleet policy, or you can also be thinking of the process by which the debt is determined, or you can also be maybe wondering if the debts may not be high considering your capacity to pay. And also you can also be worrying much about the process by which the quote is calculated. So let's start seeing the solutions to all those objections, starting by the first one. Let's see the benefits that someone can get from the fleet policy. First of all, it is only one policy that the customer can deal with or that can manage. For example, instead of having 5 individual policies for 5 different cars, this time the customer will have only one policy for those 5 cars, which is easy to manage. Secondly, there is no need to negotiate different rates for all cars, as it can be done for individual policies. For example, if someone is having individual policies for 5 cars, as I have been saying, he will need to negotiate rates for every single car, which is very difficult. But once you have a fleet policy, we need to only negotiate one rate for all those 5 cars, which is a very good benefit of this fleet policy. Let's see the process by which the rate is determined. First of all, the customer needs only to provide the information about his vehicle, as well as the information about his past claims. Then once that information is provided, Wellworth will do the rest to determine the rate which is appropriate for the customer. And again, if you would be worrying about the debt which can be high, this is solved in a way that we all consider the capabilities of our customers, and we really consider their needs to get them satisfied without charging them higher rates. The process by which the quote is calculated. Here, I can't say that the quote can be calculated right now, or Wellworth can provide the quote on spot right now, because we believe that there is a good deal of information that the customer should need to know before the quote is calculated. Secondly, there is the form that the customer should fill by himself or with the help of the agents to make sure that the quote is informed, having the concept between the customer as well as the company. This is done to ensure that our customers are well served, to avoid any conflicts which can come later. As a conclusion, the fleet policy is very good for the companies or individuals who have more than one vehicle, and it's good because it combines all those vehicles in one policy and at one rate, without having every single rate for every single car, and this is good for you. Thank you so much for your time. This is the end of the presentation, and unless you may be having more questions or concerns to be addressed.